Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new video. Today's topic will be about how to self-market yourself to get more clients. It means most of the time you market your products, but now you have to know how to market yourself. And this is going to be the topic of today. So if we look closely to those four pictures, those people are extremely strong at marketing themselves. The first one, as you can see here, this is the CEO of Facebook. The other one here is Jack Ma. This is the CEO of Xiaomi, and this is Donald Trump. So why those people are very famous? The reason why is because they know how to market themselves. They know how to be different from the others, and that's going to be the topic of today. And I think it's very important because you cannot only be a salesperson. You have to have identity. People, when they think about you, something has to come to their mind. So this is self-marketing. So I'm going to go step by step, and I will show you how you can self-market yourself in order to get more businesses, and then you get more orders. All right. Now we have to look at the definition of self-marketing. Self-marketing helps people improve their image and their reputations in order to advance in their career. So the objective is to advance in your career, to make more money and to have more businesses. So you have to self-marketing because you have to improve your image. People, when they see you, they have to see you as a professional person, someone who's a little bit different. When I see you, I really want to do business with you. But you have to know how to self-marketing, what kind of the messages you have to use so people can see you like this. Okay? So, self-marketing is not just or marketing is not just for business, but it's also for yourself. You have to understand that in business, many times customers are buying because of a feeling, right? Because the feeling that you are giving them as a salesperson, right? Not because of your products and services. And you have to always think, what do you want people to think about you? Do they want you to think about you as just a simple person, who's only answering the calls, or you want them to think about you as someone who is a businessman, who has product expertise, who has a lot of knowledge, who is able to help me as a client? So you have to think about this. You have to also let them know about your capabilities, your capacity, and your skills. So personal branding, it's very famous in the world now. Traditionally, it's mostly used by celebrities, people who are very famous, king, prince, politicians, and artists. But now we live in the social media. We have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have WeChat. So people also can use those social media to self-market themselves. So now the question is why self-marketing is very important. If you know how to self-marketing yourself, if you are able to send the right message, you will be able to attract attention here at the bottom. You're going to create interest. People are interested in you, right? First, and then they are interested in your products. You want to develop trust. It's very important. You want to establish relationship, and you want to give a positive emotion. Positive emotion is very important because business is not only about the product, but it's also about emotion. So I'm going to teach you step by step after that. As you can see here, this is my LinkedIn profile. And trust me, my LinkedIn profile, when people look at my LinkedIn profile, I give them trust. It brings attention, and people are interested to contact with me. Why? Because I know how to market myself. All right. So here I have 6 steps. I'm going to teach you 6 steps to improve your image in business. And if you look at the right here, it says 85% of your success is based on your personality, the way that you communicate, you negotiate. So everything is relationship, 85%. And you have 15% is about your technical knowledge. So it's very important to know how to improve yourself, how to communicate very well, and how to send the right message. So we're going to go through 6 steps here. First one, you have to define yourself. You have to sit down and ask yourself, what do I want people to think about me? Right? Because the first impression is the most important, right? And the first impression, it takes only 10 seconds. There will be no second chance. So it's very important to know how to define yourself. Do you want to be someone who is pushing, always calling the supplier, or always calling the buyers, asking them for orders, or you want to be someone who gives solution, right? And trust me, I'm a buyer. I work with many suppliers. I really like suppliers who can provide me solutions, who understand my business, right? Who are very professional. I don't like people who are always calling me and always sending me messages here and there, And in order to be a solution provider, it means you understand my business, right? You understand my problems, because every client has a problem, right? You understand my competition. You know that in order for me to survive, I have to be better than my competition. You understand my industry, and then you provide me solutions, right? What are the solutions? The solution can be products, right? You're going to help me to find a very nice product that I can buy and I can sell. You can give me a very good service, right? And you have to also ask yourself, if you want to define yourself, it means, what do you want people to think about you, right? Do you want people to think about you as a professional person? Someone who has very good communications, right? He calls me on the right time. He gives me very good solutions. Someone who dress, like a professional person, right? In a business way, wearing a suit or just being formal. You want people to think about you as a confident person who knows about his industry, who knows how to work with foreigners. You want to be someone who is also a solution provider, as I said before. Not only sales. Sales is not, it's a good terms, but sometimes it can be very aggressive. You have to come up with solutions. It's not only about selling. Solutions, then sales. Do you want people to think about you as a responsible person who's always, keeping his words, giving good service, someone who's honest, someone who's interesting, and someone who's expert in his industry. So you really have to define yourself. Take a paper and ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of professional person do you want to be? What do you want how do you want the other to see you? And based on that, you will be able to define yourself, which is very important. For example, when I work with my buyers, they always think about me as someone who's very international, someone who speaks Chinese, someone who understands the sourcing, someone who's able to always provide me solutions and give me choices, right? Someone who I can call anytime and is always very honest to me. So you have to really think about yourself, because I'm telling you, you are not only a sales. You are more than a sales. And you have to create this image to your clients so they can choose you over the competition. So this is number one, which is define yourself. It means, what do you want people think about you? Because you are not a sales. And as I said before, everybody here can go from zero and become a hero. And it's your time to become a hero. And if you want to become a hero, you have to self-market yourself. Okay. Number two, share what you know. You are doing sales. Part of a salesman, a professional salesman, is to share his knowledge, is to come up with a solution, as I said, right? Because sales is just a basic thing. Someone is calling me, someone is sending me a message, and he asks me, can you give me a price? You have to be more than that. You have to share your knowledge, because sharing knowledge, it's very important to attract new clients, because the clients are always looking for information. And the more you share with them, the more you attract them. Okay? And it's also going to show them, as you can see here, number 3, is the more you share, the more people have the evidence that you are expert in your industry. Okay, so the best way to share your knowledge is to use internet, right? You can do it in blogging, you can use LinkedIn, you can use Twitter, and this is something I'm going to show you after. Because if you want to use social media is not only about sales. Social media is about sharing the information to attract more clients. Okay, so what you're going to share? You're going to share your ideas, right, about the industry, about what's happening in the market. You're going to share your experience. Maybe you have some experiences, right? Then you're going to share this experience. You're going to share your knowledge, right? And you can do them, as I said, by email. Either you can send it to your clients if you have new products, if you think there is a new trend, if something happening in the market, or you can put it on your website or on LinkedIn, as I said. And the more you share your knowledge, right, the more the clients will become very interested in working with you. So this is very, very important, is you have to share your knowledge. And the question now is how to get the knowledge. To get the knowledge is you always have to look for information in your industry. You have to be industry expert. You have to become a product expert. Okay? So here I'm going to give you one example. How do I share my knowledge? Right? For example, this is my LinkedIn profile, as you can see here. There is, on the bottom of my pictures, there is a section called post. Every week, I put a new post, right? And I teach and share my knowledge with all my network. Why I do that? It's because self-marketing. I share my knowledge, right? Many people will know me, and they will come to me. They will say, oh, wow, Mr. Mernissi, he's very expert. I like his comments. So as you can see here, I have some publication here. I have over 7,600 followers. They are following me and looking at my publications. Okay? So this is one of the knowledge or article I wrote, right? Getting into Walmart. Here are some tips for you. This one is mostly for the suppliers, because many suppliers, they want to work with Walmart, because Walmart is really a big company. They have many stores and they have very big quantities. So I share my knowledge because I work with them. So as you can see here, more than 800 people read my article. 48 people like it. 15 people put some comments. They said, wow, thank you very much for sharing this information. I really like it. And here, 8 people, they forwarded. It means they took my articles and they put it somewhere else. So people from my outside connection, they can also see it. So this is really wonderful. So it's very important to learn how to share your knowledge. And I'm going to teach you that in the coming videos. And this is basically the people who are reading my articles. As you can see, people from all around the world, from all around China, with different titles, salespeople, purchase people, from different industries. So this is the power of social media. Okay, how to promote yourself. Number 3 is being on time. Trust me, being on time is extremely very important. First, when you are on time, it gives you respect, right? It gives you a lot of respect. Anyone in sales who wants customers, right? They have to be on time. So if they are on time, customers will say, this guy, I can rely on him. He's dependable and he's reliable. But the question is, what do we mean on time? On time actually means many things, right? You should be always on time for a meeting. If you have a project deadline, for example, if you are working with a client and he gives you a project, right? And he asks you to finish it in 1 week. So you have to finish it in 1 week or before, right? If you receive an email, you always have to be on time and answer on time. Don't wait 1 week or 1 month, right? Giving quotations, right? A lot of clients, they are looking for quotations. So you have to also be on time. Production deadline. If I give you an order as a buyer, are you going to produce on time, right? If I ask you to produce in 1 month, right? You have to produce it on 1 month. So people can rely on you. Sending samples, the same thing. On-time shipments, that's also on time. When you ship, you have to ship on time. Otherwise, I'm not going to have the product to sell. So this is the definition of being on time, which is very important. Okay, number 4, not talking about yourself, right? And this is very important because whenever you have a chance to meet a client, is the best chance to get all the information. And how to get this information is by listening. Listening is the best skill that any suppliers or any sales can have. Okay, because sometimes when I meet some suppliers, they only talk about themselves, right? Some sales, they cannot stop trying to impress me. They will tell me, I do this one, I do that one, I'm married, I have this car. This is not very important because customers, what they are interested in is finding solution to their problems. I'm foreigner, right? I'm in China. The reason I'm in China because I have to work, right? My working is always having problems. My problem is always finding the right suppliers and finding the right product that I can sell and make money. So this is a problem. And if you are able to understand my needs, it can be a good opportunity because you can help me to find a solution. Okay? So it's your solution that the client wants, not about yourself, not about, it's about your expertise, it's about how you can help them. So my advice is when you give them what they need, right? This is my advice, is when I work with the suppliers and they really provide me with what I need, after that, I'm just going to ask my friends to work with my suppliers because if I'm very happy, I'm sure that my friend is going to also be very happy to work with you. So this is number 4. Number 5, effective communication. It's very important, in many suppliers, sadly, they have very poor communication skills because communications, it's very important. In relationship, it's all about communications. All the problems between people, it's because of communications. So as a professional sales, right, what you have to do is you have to listen. Listen, and you have to really listen because this is the best chance for you to understand what does the client want exactly. Whenever you have a communication, either face-to-face or by email, try to be very short, very specific. Don't write too much, right? Try to be very specific because most of the buyers are very busy, right? Try to ask them very smart questions and just listen. And based on that, you will be able to understand what are their problems and you will be able to come up with their solution. Okay? The message, again, when you send any email, every client is very different. So don't copy and paste and send it to everybody. It's really going to damage your reputations. Ask questions. Ask smart questions. And when you ask questions and the client answer you, repeat his answer and tell him, I understand that based on your answer that you are looking for this product with this industry, just to show him that you are understanding his problems and then come up with a solution. Also, you have to learn how to say a story, to tell a story, You have to maybe learn how to tell them a story that you have been working with this client and this client has many problems. And because of your solutions, this client now is doing very good. And also, it's very important to watch your body language because communication is not only by mouth, but is also the body language. The body language is very important. You have to know how to move your hands, how to move your head, and this is very important. I'm going to have a class about the body language in the coming weeks, and I think you will really like it because the body language is extremely very strong. All right, so now let's look at number 6. Do the best thing. Just to give you an example, is one of my favorite business person is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the one who created Apple. I think he's the one who really changed the way that, we use technology. So if you look at Steve Jobs' way of thinking, he was never focused on the product. Well, the product is very important, but the product was not the only thing. He was always focusing on the user experience. Okay, if you have my product, what kind of experience you're going to have? with my product. So this is very important, and you have to do the same thing. If you are working with the client, what kind of experience you want to give him? What kind of solution you want to give him? As I said, a product is just a product, but inside the product there are some solutions, there are some experiences, and you have to figure out this, right? For Steve Jobs, it was not about doing the right thing. It was always about doing the best thing. Same thing for you. Whenever you have a client, try to make sure you're going to do the best thing for him, because trust me, if you don't do it, someone else is going to come and he's going to do much better than you, and he's going to take your clients. And if we look at Apple, Apple is one of the few companies in the world that can have customers for life. Just recently, Apple released iPhone 7. Everybody want to buy it. Why? Because they have consumers or customers for life. So my advice for a salesperson, he should recognize what customers are looking for today. As I did in my other video, you always have to understand what is the new product, what is the new trend, and you have to help them what's happening today. And based on that, you come up with a solution. You cannot only wait and be a normal salesperson. And if you are able to do this one, to give him a better user experience, a better service, better solutions, trust me, that's going to build trust, respect, right? And that's basically the sales other job. Because, as I said, you are not a normal sales. You are more than a sales. You are not only, don't be that salesperson who only wait on his desk for orders. You have to be more than that, right? And I'm going to teach you how to do it in the next video. So, self-marketing, now I'm going to come up with a summary. Self-marketing is very important. Why should I choose you and not choose the others? Right? As I said, when people do business, sometimes they do business because of the feeling, not because of the product. Trust me, I work with some suppliers not only because of the price, but because of the feeling. I feel secure. I feel confident. I feel I can trust them. I feel they can help me. So I stay with them. I don't want to change. And you have to do it like this. And how to do it is by doing the self-marketing, right? You have to follow those 6 steps, and they're going to help you to be different from the competition. Number 1, be different. You have to be different. If everybody is the same, how can I know which one is the best? Be professional, because this is business, right? Stay professional in the way that you communicate, in the way that you talk, in the way that you dress, in the way that you walk, in the way that you have the face-to-face communications. Have your own style. Be a little bit different. It's very important. Have your own style. The style is very important. And if you are not good enough, there is always chances. There is always a chance to improve yourself. As I said, go to number 1, how to define yourself. Think about how you want people to think about you so you can improve yourself. As I said, everybody here can go from 0 and become a hero. Be international minded. We live in a global economy. You are a sales in China. Your clients can be anywhere in the world. So you have to have this international minded. And keep learning English. English is very important because English is the language of business, right? Even if your English is not good now, you have to keep learning, because if your English is good, trust me, there will be a lot of opportunities. Easy to communicate and easy to get more clients. So basically, this is the end of this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thank you.